Yeah, so the reality is black men have been paying attention and taking notes. And what black women have made totally clear in America, a lot of them, not all of them, is that any man who wants a woman to submit to him, who wants a woman who ascribes to traditional values, is a male chauvinist, woman-hating pig, a misogynist, okay? I have my own mother call me a misogynist. Why? Because I want a woman with traditional values, and she's never been married, so she doesn't know how to display those. So now those men have said, look, you guys don't want us. You guys don't want to conform to what we desire in a woman, so we're going to go somewhere else. It's like someone said, I don't want you, but I don't want nobody else to have you. You remember back in those days, you date an ugly girl, you don't even date her. You'll go mess around with her, but then you don't want to be her boyfriend. But as soon as she get a boyfriend, you mad and you hating on them, trying to sabotage their relationship because you don't want her, but you don't want nobody else to have her. That's what black women are having. Why don't black women go? Because what black women are realizing is that those men that they claim they didn't want, and he's a chauvinist and all that stuff, the reality is that those are the best men in our community. Those are the men who are working hard and they are able to be providers for their family. But because those men wouldn't accept degenerate black women as they are and expected those women to display some level of maturity, right? They didn't want to do it. They didn't want to conform. They didn't want to be agreeable. So now those men are going somewhere else. And like the brother said, women is so hypocritical. Women talk about my body, my choice. These women brag about getting flued out to other states and getting flown to the Caribbean and stuff to do all sorts of whatever for money or to be with some rich guy for a couple of days. But when the black man starts to go explore his option internationally, it's a huge problem, and it's really just a double standard and pure hypocrisy. Women don't want women, and men do this in ways too here in America. Women will admire a man that they will never be with, right? So they hear that a guy's a doctor. Ooh, girl, he a doctor, but they will never be with that person because women don't want to be with any man who requires them to make a change on their part. It's almost like, you can't live up. Women want to compete with their men, right? So when they find a man who they feel like, it might be hard to compete with him, they not gonna even entertain even if he pursues them, because they are these dysfunctional women. They always want to have the option of saying, "N words, you ain't ish, get the F out of my house." That's their fallback plan, right? If you tell a lot of black women something about themselves or a flaw about their character, you identify a flaw in their character, it can never be about like, what makes you say that? Or maybe I need to try to do better at that. It's always a defensive attack on your manhood, your masculinity. Now, if you tell a woman, look, your feet kind of stink, maybe you should wash them. Oh, you a misogynist. You hate women. Like, it can't just be that it just can't be that her feet smell. You know what I'm saying? It has to be some underlying hatred you have for women. And that's the way women have been trained in America, to try to dodge accountability for any and everything like a dog in traffic. I mean, literally, a woman will raise a child, and if she raises that child in a dysfunctional way, the woman don't gotta take responsibility for the 18 years she spent with the kid. Nah, it's because the dad wasn't around. Like, wait a minute. You had 18 years to mold this kid, but the kid grew up to be a damn bank robber because the daddy wasn't around? See what I'm saying? So women have bought into that stuff, and now men are tired of that. You go to third world countries, you go to other countries, women are accountable. Ain't no welfare system to give them a false sense of accomplishment, to soften the landing. It's like, no, you got to bust your butt and work, or if you don't work, you're literally not gonna eat. See, when women don't get a food stamp card or EBT card, men, submission start looking real good, Chardé. What do you want me to do? I don't care what he's telling me to do. Shit, he putting food on the table every day. He going to work and providing every day. These women have been made fat, comfortable, and lazy by the American entitlement system, and they have bought into this idea that being able to swipe an EBT card in the grocery store is an accomplishment, when in reality, it's just showing how lazy and dysfunctional you are.